Oh, I'm buffering. All right, Black Box Radio. We are in the box. It is a nice Thursday, and we got something for you tonight, guys. You know the community corner. You know what we do in the corner. This is our monthly series where we highlight and speak about the life experiences of formerly incarcerated. We want to inspire, we want to educate, and we want to elevate people. And so, you know, my co-host. He's the man. I'm Queen. I'm a host at Black Box Radio, but I co-host the Community Corner with Antoine Quarles L. Antoine, tell the people about you a little.
Antoine Quazell, co-host of Community Corner, founder of Hope Baltimore, helping oppressed people excel. For those who are formerly impacted, who've had family who are coming home and being released, we do supportive measures, education around transition safely, and supportive measures how to acclimate and stay in community with an equitable stability transition that's safe. As you know, like I said, we was coming to the corner, to the brick. Found my man Toine, bumped into him, and it's on, big Toine.
We segue into our guests. Yeah, I just heard these are brothers here. I segue into our guest. Our guest is ThrU Jones. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, but he's our guest tonight. We're going to hear his story. We're also going to talk about what he's doing at this point and how he's actually speeding into the community and being a different person at this point in his life. So, ThrU Jones, welcome, and please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a black male. Grew up in Park Heights area as a kid, but I hung in every part of the city as a kid. You know, I ain't had no cut cars. They say don't go around the corner. Since they pull off, I'm everywhere. You know.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends' mothers and fathers used to be like, "Man, slow down. You're moving too fast." And I mean, I heard them, but I didn't hear them. You know. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying the more I stayed, people start showing me little things. The older guys were showing me things like, "Young buck, you better slow down. But if you're gonna do it the right way." You know, they showed me certain things, but I took it to another level. But I never expected it to go the way it went.
Okay. So when you say another level, what does that particularly mean? Like you took it to another level?
Mean, where money was coming in, and I would start going to school. I was hanging out with the brown people, staying out all night at the hotels and going to school from hotels.
Oh, wow.
You know, mixing drugs, putting it together, taking it out to the street.
So you were full on in the street?
Yeah, I would go to school from the hotel.
Wow. How old were you when you first you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be in the street. I'm going to sell these drugs. I'm going to be a street guy. How old were you at that point?
Well, I was in Green Spring Middle School at that time.
You were in middle school. So that's about what, 12, 13?
About 13.
About 13. So 13, this is when you started?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, my brother and them, they was already in the mix down there, and I'm hanging down there with them. And I seen some trauma from guy came to rob my brother, and the trauma of it, I actually witnessed the first time I've seen somebody actually get executed. Mm. You know, the guy was robbing him, but the guy never checked him, and he ended up killing the guy.
Oh, wow.
And he got locked up, but he beat it because the insurance man seen the guy when he was trying to rob him. Other than that, he'd have been gone the rest of his life. You know, but I'm saying, I couldn't wait to hang out there. I mean, the attraction at that time, you know. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it took off like I know. I mean, it took off. I mean, I was going to school every day, money, drugs, guns, and the school people knew it.
Wow.
You know, they would I could leave my bag there, go all the way up to the plaza, eat corned beef sandwiches, come back when nobody touched that bag. You know.
So what was in that bag?
Everything but lunch.
Okay, everything but lunch. So what was you selling, may I ask? So what kind of drugs were you guys
I was selling heroin.
Heroin. So heroin was king then, right?
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, heroin was king. So Baltimore, a lot of people don't know Baltimore City is a heroin spot. A lot of other cities have, but Baltimore was about heroin. So back then, heroin was king. Everybody was on whipping dope. Dope was everything.
And at that time, they didn't let too many my guys my age out there like it is now. They got kids out there.
Mm-hmm.
I was the youngest guy out there. And I had to fight to get out there because a lot of people, man, you better take your little butt off this corner, go home. But I had went to martial arts school and I knew how to fight. And old head told me, get off the corner, hit me. And I punished them. After that, they ain't bothered me. They let me run free will up there. So
okay.
I
So
would
that's
go to
you fought your
school.
way in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fought your way in. So so you're telling me there was a code on the corner, like if you're younger, they'll kick you
They
out.
wouldn't let you out there. You couldn't come out there.
Okay.
You know, no women, no children. You know what I mean?
All that's gone now. All that's gone.
Dead. Yeah, that's gone now.
That's dead now, but that's on that makes sense. So then so all of your younger life, you were selling drugs out in the street, doing your thing.
Yeah, but wasn't nobody really getting killed or hurt or nothing like that. We kept it at anything that went on, I knew about it before it happened. Okay. If somebody would do something to somebody would come get in my ear and I navigate. No, that ain't going down, you know.
Okay.
But as time went on, things started gradually changing. You got guys that was around us, they wanted to be in, but they didn't know how to go about it. But my brother, he had some friends. I watched them. They used to rob stores and stuff. And a lot of them had went to prison for a long time. Some of them just coming home.
Oh, wow.
And this was back in the 79.
30
and
years?
They just said, 1979, they just coming home today.
Oh, my Lord. Yes. From stealing.
From being in jail for killing and robbing and stealing everything.
Everything. Okay. So a lot of these people are grown folks who are coming home now. In
their great granddaddies.
So they coming home now. Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I mean, didn't play with him. We had one guy, he got strung on this stuff. When he come, he don't care who he do. He was just reckless, you know. But it was my brother's best friend, brother. And I mean, the things he did, it made you want to do something to him.
Wow.
Like looking at things like where we come from, right? And you know, JD Groves, Redskins, Wandas, BNBL, and all these things taken now, right? And after like coming out and then looking back, and you see like all the things they talk about, school to prison pipeline, like man, being suspended. I came through all that. But like the measure of like taking those things, has it been a real demise to like the power of community being separated and everybody trying to fend for themselves, or you know? So like, when do you think like it started taking off? When BNBL was crushed, or all of them was crushed?
When they closed,
y'all gotta explain this.
When they closed the recreation down and stuff like that, man. Things really, they ain't anywhere else to go. Everybody on the corner, music on, smoking weed, sniffing dope, you know, and everybody wanted to fit in with who they thought was hip, slick, and down. You know, a lot of people just wanted to be a part of something. And a lot of them was getting bullied in school and stuff, and they would want to hang out with people they know would handle that.
So a lot of this, you're saying, started a lot of people on the street, a lot of young people leaving on the street because the Rex was closed. There's nowhere to go. So that contributed to some of the people in the street because they have nowhere else, no other options.
Yeah, they used to have after school, you could go to the rec. They had basketball, they had football, they had baseball, they had martial arts. I mean, they had all kinds of stuff. Volleyball, they had talent shows for the girls, modern dance. Only thing you see them girls dancing now is on the avenue.
You're right. Yeah. So when they closed the rec, then that pushed everybody to the corner. That's what you're saying.
Pushed everybody to the street.
Wow, to the street. And then that's when it went crazy.
Went crazy.
I was telling somebody yesterday, right? I said, bro, you know, like we've been through the phase where people was leaving to go to funerals and limos. And then we went through the phase up the Heights where people was like on the steps and then leaving liquor bottles, empty ones, full ones, old ones. Then the sheets of who all was on the block around that time across the bushes. And then remember, bro, like every neighborhood had 30 or more, what you call them? What them youngins call them? Beef and broccolis.
Yes, Lord.
Representing like who all passed the youngins. And I said, like, where did all of them go? Because when I came back home, they was gone, but they was all across the whole city.
Man, every block.
Every block.
That's scary. That's scary. So what I do want to ask you guys, like when it comes to like Park Heights is gone. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, it's totally different.
It's totally well. So when it comes to how you guys grew up and you go to a place that they particularly have, I mean, they've changed the whole landscape. There's no houses where houses used to be. There's no neighborhoods where neighborhoods used to be. The whole community is it seemed like it's been moved. You go down Park Heights, it's open. So what do you think about that? How does that, when you grew up somewhere and it's all changed, what do you think about that?
And I'm glad you said that because I just wrote, that's where I just left from, because we got a house up there on Park Heights in Shirley.
Okay.
And I mean, just riding through there, just looking, I ain't see a face. All people my age and under are basically gone.
Wow.
You got them little kids up there, and I mean, they ain't got a clue of what's going on.
They don't have no history. Yeah, they don't have no context of the history.
You can go to work in the morning, see them out there. When you get off work, they're still right there in that radius, a 4-block radius.
Man, I just wonder how many dreams, how many things that people, communities that their families that were there, they're all gone.
Like it's people who was born in 2003 that don't know anything about the blacks that own the fish market and all that stuff on Park Heights.
But you know what the key to all of it is? Half of them don't have no life skills, man. They was never taught. Their mothers and fathers strung out. The youngest right now, most of them mothers and fathers are either heroin addict, crackhead, alcoholic up there right now. And kids are like sponges. They absorb what they're around. Mm-hmm. You got them in there sitting with you while you in there with your friends drinking and stuff. They're going to want to do it. Mm-hmm. And then they see certain things, and you got people in there, you drunk, pass out. You don't know if a nigga pedophile or what. A lot of kids been tampered with. True. And when they go to their mother and tell them they lying, that he ain't do that because he's feeding their disease, their addiction. Mm-hmm. This shit starts at home, basically, for a lot of people. Right now, things have spiraled.
Mm-hmm. That trauma kicks off. Like, it's a lot of stuff that begins in a household of like, don't say this, go upstairs, mind your business, kick down the steps. But then like, I think honestly, like, like we seen like Job Medical and all them come up there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And be a resonated deliverance for pharmaceuticals.
Hey, all they want to do is prescribe. They get paid.
That's it.
They just want to legalize drugs.
Wow. So you're saying, and I agree, that because these medical centers, they just appear. First of all, they clear off everybody. They move the whole community. They move
everybody out.
Yeah, they move all the memory of the community. The community now is a whole new community of implants. And then they bring in this medical center. And this medical center is just prescribing drugs left and right.
They bring that first.
But you know what the key to all of it? The fentanyl and the xylazine is killing people. People got habits. They're going to jump on the programs, methadone, Suboxone, Schedule II drugs. They're going to be, and they don't want to leave. Methadone wasn't made for a long time.
People have been on it for years.
It was a 21-day detox. Mm-hmm. But you got people been on that thing 20 and 30 years and scared to walk away from it.
Yep. I don't understand chemical addiction with chemical and to break it with another chemical. It's no such thing. You're going to get addicted to the next chemical. I just don't understand who thought that would make sense.
You know what's the antidote to it? Another recovering addict.
Mm.
That's the antidote to the disease of addiction. Another recovering addict. I tried it 100 times because I became my own customer.
Mm.
And I mean, I would stop, but I couldn't stay stopped because I was addicted to the lifestyle, the chaos, confusion, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Until I got a sponsor and start asking questions, and I learned more about myself. The 12 steps of NA teaches you more about life skills and all that. You know, you go to NA meetings and raise your hand, tell them you're an addict, you'd be surprised who's sitting in there.
Mm-hmm.
I done had people that used to be my customers, had abscesses, big hands, used to shoot in their neck. They got their own business now.
Wow.
I mean, if they can do it, that was a shot of hope.
Yeah, there's a road to recovery. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a road to recovery.
And like, bro, you know, I often think about like when you have to go in to the moral inventory to like really look at who you are. I think a lot of times that's such a imaginary thing because so many people have been adjusted to so many outside influences that have made them. So like finding that person and then bringing them out is a very like strategic and safe planning measure that one has to be in, you know, because he can damage himself a lot of times coming through those imaginary spaces.
But guess what? You got to take a chance. You took a chance when you gave them guys your money for them to come back and give you that drug. The same energy you use to mess your life up, you got to use on a positive note. You just change your negative to a positive.
That's a great answer.
And since I've been working at this spot I'm at now, I never missed a day, never been late. And he be trying to get me to take vacations. I mean, the saying, I got a habit. But it's a good habit.
And what's that habit? You're a workaholic?
Workaholic.
Helping body live. You helping body live, yo.
Yeah, I can help people, you know. I don't destroy them no more because if I look at Park Heights, it was at the bottom of Park Heights. I brought it up in the area where how they say don't shit where you live at. Excuse my language.
When you say bottom, you know, a lot of people don't know. So what's the bottom of Park Heights? What would that be?
Park Circle and Oswego Mall. That's down the bottom. Where I lived at was like I was in the middle.
Okay.
And then you had the top.
The top.
But I took it from the bottom to where I live at. The next thing I know, I had the whole Park Heights. I was just running amok.
So the middle would be Park Heights would be what? Park Heights and what?
Wiley Avenue.
Wiley Avenue. And the top would be up by Cold Spring. Belvedere. Okay. So
Cold Spring was a part of Wiley. All
that's Wiley. Okay. So the top of it would be up by Belvedere. So you eventually took the whole Park Heights going up and down.
I was from the bottom to the top. If it went on, I knew about it.
Oh, wow.
And certain people getting linked on. I mean, that's just coming up. I was real wild. I mean, I ain't had no cut cards.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna tell you, anybody that's in the Heights and they got caught up in this cycle, running and hustling, they was from the top to the bottom, cross tracks, downtown, East Baltimore, and that's why I always tell a lot of young ones when I see them on this ride, I say, "Sure, you don't know where this road gonna end, but I'm gonna tell you, when the caboose, when the engine jumped the track and the caboose is leading from the back, guaranteed that shit is gonna crash."
But you know what, that's why. But Queen, it's the thing though. A lot of them that's in the game, only 3 things gonna happen.
What's that?
If you stay long enough, jails, institutions, or death. They're the only promises that
come. Those are the only outs. Jail.
The only outs. If you don't change yourself, that's what's going to happen.
So out of this game, the only out is a jail, some type of other institution, or you dead. That's it.
Or expiration date is coming.
Or you surrender and just say, "Yo, I'm done."
Yeah, you got.
I don't want no more trouble.
You can't do nothing till you
Draw the
surrender.
line.
Really?
I draw the line. I'm
That's
going
step
back
one.
this way.
That's step one in the 12 steps of NA. You got to surrender before you do anything. If you don't surrender, you're going to keep bumping your head. Because you want you was your own worst enemy.
Nobody else.
Most addicts, they ain't mad at nobody else. They mad at themselves.
Really?
That's the only disease that'll make you mess your own life up.
But yo, Joy, this is what I want to ask though, right?
Yeah.
Y'all get a lot of people that's formally impacted, right?
Yeah.
In the process, when they trying to like at the process, 90 days, 6 months, whatever, first year, whatever, they go looking for jobs, right? What is the process when they face like expungements and all that? You know,
we got people on deck. I got resources up the wazoo. I make all of them when they first come in. I get all of them get their entitlements.
Well, can you tell us what they're coming into first? Where are you talking about?
Well, we got 3.3 level care. That's when they come in. They using. We get them clean. Get them back on where they sit down in groups and learn what makes them do what they do. You know, start from there, and then we have life skills groups. We have different groups in there. Mental health. We do it all.
Okay.
We got people that's coming from jail, been locked up years, don't have a clue to what's going on. They get released, they're going to do what they're accustomed to doing before they left. So we get them in there and we put them with, we may pair them up. You know, young guys, we try to keep them, you know, separate because the young and the old, sometimes they'll get along, but after a while, we get through with them. Everybody, it's a we program. Ain't no big eyes, little U's, we all together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we make them see that. If you ain't helping somebody else, you ain't doing your job. If you see somebody go left and you don't say nothing to him, you just as bad as he is. You know?
What's the name of your program?
Isaiah's House.
Isaiah's House. So Isaiah's House is a transitional or recovery.
We got 3.3 blackout. That's for people to come out to just use and need help to get stabilized. We get them in there, clean them up. We got a closet where we get them clothes, packages where they get toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, lotion, and we get them comfortable where they start to feel like a human being again. Then they see certain people that came through there, they come in because they come back. We get them jobs. They come in for group and stuff, IOP and OP. They come back and they see guys got cars, jobs. They want more, and they ask questions, and we feed them. You know, and once you complete the program, you can always come back and like alumni, you know, do groups and tell them how it was for them and, you know, what they had to do. I mean, it's great. I mean, I love it.
Okay. So are most of the staff, are they folks who've been through the process or are formerly incarcerated? Or these are just people working a job? Are there folks who understand the path?
Well, me and the boss, yeah, we come from there. But we got a few counselor. She's a young lady. She never experienced it, and we got another counselor. They never, but we know firsthand. Yeah, and my boss, he do mental health and all that. I mean, he is nice. I mean, he got every credential you can name. And he's good. Yeah, he's real good. The guys that he see got mental health issues, he'll pull them in. Yeah, I'll make a list when people come in the door. I watch them. You know, that's an old habit of mine. Back when I was in the street, I watched my surroundings. But I watch people. If something go in their house, it's 10 people, and I could tell you if something happened, I could tell you who did it. Without even being there. I just know their behaviors.
Yeah.
You know, what they do, how they act. You know, and he got the same disease. So me and him, we click.
Okay. That's good. And so do you house these folks too, or are they just coming in for group?
No, most of them we house.
Most you house. Okay.
Yeah, but once like a year, this is like almost like a year to 2 year program, basically.
Okay.
We let you stay there till you save your money up, whereas they'll make them save money, open a bank account, so when they leave, they can get their own.
Good.
You know.
Good. So this is like a step up. Yeah. So you come in using, and then you get all of these services, and then at some point you start being a better person,
start being productive
more, and being productive.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And so these are a group of men, or a group of women, all speaking on their lives, or is that what
we we got all men in ours, but
All men. Okay.
I got resources. If women come, I will tell them call me, and I will put them in contact with the women programs. You know,
Okay.
we collaborate together.
Good.
Just help saving, trying to save lives.
Got it. Got it. So how do these people know about your program? Is it something where you go to court and they're released to you guys, or they come in their own? How do people get to Isaiah's house?
Well, we hooked up with some of them people downtown, and no struggle, no success. A lot of life has come through there. They've been locked up and been gone 20, 30 years.
Oh, okay.
They'll call and ask you, we got beds open. We'll say, yeah, we get them out there. A lot of them come through working and everything. You know, but we demand them, a lot of them, when you there and you ain't been there over a year, even if you got a job, you guys put your schedule around your group, your recovery time. You got to come in for groups 3 times a week.
Okay.
So
even if you work, you still have to work with your recovery.
Yeah, groups, because you can get most addicts, once you get a job, you get that first paycheck. That's go money.
Yes.
You know, or they think they can sell something and they end up being their best customer.
Bro, let me ask you this, dude. Like, how often is once the structure and you start working is relieved, that how often is it that many just bear away and leave and go off on their own, or like really stay around it and stay focused?
Well, most of them that come in there, they ain't leaving, because once they come where we at, they get a taste and they see other guys doing their thing. Some of them try to be slick and come with the dirty, with the urine. I mean, you can't get over on me. You know, the things got temperatures on and all that. Yeah. And I mean, most of them, they won't just leave because, man, I'm telling you, the guy that I work for, man, he makes sure them guys good. They come in there, man, he would tell me, take the car, go to the store and get them what they need. Some of them that moved on to the independent houses, they ain't get paid yet. He'll go ahead and give them money to eat and bus fare, get back and forth to work. Some of them buying cars and everything now.
That's beautiful.
They got good jobs.
You had a dirty urine, what happens to you? Say someone comes in and they're dirty. What happens? Are they kicked out of the program? Do they got to start over?
They start back 30-day blackout.
Oh, and what's 30-day blackout?
You go nowhere. You're in the house. Only place you go is the groups for 30 days.
Wow.
You got
moderate structure.
Moderate structure. You got to come back. It got to be a penalty for you using. You just can't go to work and you just, because the job going to fire you.
Yep.
Man, it's going to burn y'all relationship or whatever partnership y'all got with them.
Exactly.
So they got to go and they have to start for 30 days. It's almost there on punishment. So if you're dirty for 30 days, you gotta only go to group and clean up.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Let me get my charger because this phone great. I don't want to blink out.
So that's called 30-day blackout, Toine.
Yeah. Okay. Most of the times, like mostly programs, when you come in to break you from certain situations, that's what they do. And disconnect you, slow rate you, discipline you, and it gives you a moderated structure, like based around it. Like it's a lot of times, and you know me, Queen. You know I'm very structured and had to bang, 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 bang. You know, but like one of the best things that like he did explain that I wanted, you know what I'm saying, is to talk about what they doing and still some of the struggles that they still go through.
Yeah.
You know, but then the most key important that they doing mental health on a level, you know what I'm saying, that's very key and important because they know the trauma, the effects. And we always talk about like dealing with this impacted community. We looking at a culture, a city, a genocidal situation that's all accumulated around some type of medical form that these systems think the best way to deal with us to put us on medication.
Put you on medication. Yep.
And forward somebody a check, give you a couple of dollars, give you a voucher. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have your child on none of that. We just gotta figure out a way how to like really understand how to bring people to like believe in themselves.
Yeah.
But you know the funny thing, Toine, a lot of them coming in on them Suboxones and that methadone, and they be on so high of a dose. ain't no drugs on you. You should be on a dose taking 150 milligrams, 200 milligrams for what?
Overdosing. It's overdosing.
Yeah, you in group now? No.
So they're zombies with on methadone. Dang.
Yeah, and then they taking cocktails with the Xannies and the Finnegans and all that other stuff. So when we're coming out program, if it's in your urine and you're not prescribed it, it's a dirty.
Oh.
Everybody in there, when they come in, got the doctor come in, he look at that and write everything down on their sheet. And if it ain't on their sheet when they go out to the friend's lab, when they come back, you dirty.
So if their chemical profile says Suboxone or methadone or one of those, and they come out with Xanax, you dirty.
You dirty.
Ah, that's a 30-day blackout.
We only let them come in there taking Xanaxes. You can't come in there on them. Anything like that, we do Suboxone and methadone, but they had to start detoxing.
So before they leave your program, you want them off drugs,
off everything, because you're still basically using.
Yes.
Because if you don't get it, what you gonna do? If you can't get to the program to get your dose, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go cop. And guess what?
It's everywhere.
And that stuff is killing them. When you're sneaking and you're going by yourself to go do it, and you ain't got nobody with you hit you with that Novocaine, you done.
Yeah.
That's how most of the deaths in Maryland right now is from people sneaking.
Hey, Dory, I remember somebody said to me, we was on a panel, and somebody said, like, naloxone doesn't affect like fentanyl. Naloxone only affects opioids, and because the body makes dopamine, that's what's reawakening them. Like, you have to follow whatever's being shot in a horse, gorilla, when they shoot them with fentanyl, however they wake them up, that's what has to be used. And we haven't seen that, nor have we seen ever a gorilla wake up with something, but on his own after hours and hours of sleep after being hit with a fentanyl.
But when they hit him with that, they know the weight consumption of what they're shooting it with, and a human body is nowhere big as a damn a rhinoceros or elephant or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Our body can't take that.
Yep.
You know, so and the stuff they got out now, the Novocaine can't bring you back off of.
Wow.
Man, the stuff they selling now, man. If I had showed y'all this picture I looked yesterday riding past this guy, man, the stuff, it don't just kill them or make them go out. It rottens the skin out.
Yeah, it eats back out. That alligator, it eats back out.
Yo, like a crocodile.
Yeah, you shoot it in, you eat back.
That trank is eating them up. Their skin is no longer skin. If they rub it, it peels.
Yeah. It's a crocodile. Yeah.
Yo, he was sick.
Yeah, that's in Wyoming.
I swear on everything I love. I pull up at a red light, yo, I wanted to cry. Yo, this man had his feet up there digging in, scratching over. The skin was just coming off. It looked like, you know how you ride in a motorcycle and they fall and you get the road burn?
The semen burn.
That's what it looked like.
The semen burn.
And that's
right there on 33rd and Greenmount, sitting right on the thing, gigging it. Oh my God. The clients was like, oh, you see that?
But, you know, like, hey, dude, we know that, like, insanity that it takes you to, we know, and some levels go deeper and some commas for what they put out in the world and done. Like, I honestly believe, like, some fires that we created, we gotta, like, face them and burn in them. You know
that's why I had to make amends for the part that I played in it, you know. But a lot of them are gone. I can't bring them back, but maybe I can save some of the kids or people that come up that still know me. I know a few of them I see that I come up with, went to school with, and they be like, damn, boy, that don't like you. I say, yeah, it's me. I just changed the hustle. I hustle saving lives. I messed up lives, now I gotta make it up. I get my blessings for it too.
That's really scary. The drug game it seems like it's drugs, it's prison. All of these are systems that are destroying people's lives. And you get one, it's like one without the other. Most people that I've met who've been in jail, they've been either selling drugs or on drugs or both.
Yeah, they're going together.
They're married.
But you know what's funny though, Queen? I come up, my family was well off back then. My mother, she was RN. She worked at Spring Grove, Rosewood, what's the Turk House, Lutheran's Hospital, Walter P. Carter, Patuxent, anywhere the criminally insane was at. She used to prescribe medications for all of them. She retired from out there. And I seen one of her pay stubs one day. I'm like, good Lord have mercy. I said, what that for the year? She was like, no. I mean, she made good money. She graduated from Coppin.
Mm-hmm.
And my stepfather had a construction company. So I really didn't have to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was working with him when I was like 14 or 15. I was making more money than some of the grown people in the area.
Mm-hmm.
But I was addicted to the lifestyle. They would drop me off down there at work. I would jump in a hack and go back uptown.
Wow.
You know, the instant gratification.
Yeah. So in other words, the life seems fun.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like,
At that time, yeah. Because I ain't like asking my parents for nothing. I was one of them kids, I wanted to do everything for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then when I seen where the drugs started having people doing, man, I was like, dang, this thing is true. It took,
This is
man.
definitely the rabbit in the hole act. You jump down there and you Alice in Wonderland. You know.
Then I went to jail, come home, they were smoking crack. That was the kick.
There was no crack.
Wasn't no crack. I got out of jail, come uptown, go around the way, right there on Roslyn and Law Avenue. They having a party, everybody there smoking crack. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, when I left, they were snorting. I'm like, I had went and bought a nice piece. I'm like, call myself treating. I come back, they done cooked it up, smoking. I'm like, where my shit? Everybody zombied out. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Oh, so the game changed. So this is so in the 80s, you came back home and they were smoking crack.
Man, crack had everybody gone.
Crack was king then. Oh, man.
That shit had a hard run. And I watched a lot of women go through shit, man. I watched a lot of dudes, even myself, right? But I watched a lot of like strong women. That shit destroyed women in this city. That crack thing, that shit
destroyed men too, yo.
That's what I said. It was a lot of homies went through that shit, but it was a lot of women that got crushed because the only thing about this, it was a lot that we knew that really didn't know the game.
But a lot of them girls one time, but listen,
they knew homies and they knew what they could use.
Remember this though, Toine, a lot of them girls, you couldn't even approach them. You couldn't, they wouldn't even give a guy time of day. Got on that crack when they said prom queen to the prom thing. Man, I was like, no, that ain't her. They're like, yes, it is.
Prom queen to the ice queen.
Wow. With the jail, she was a queen. I seen her when I was going to court that day. The girl, what's her name? I ain't gonna say it to break her anonymity, but I was going to the subway, going down to the courthouse. I seen her and a girlfriend. I'm like, damn, shorty bad. So I go do my time, come home, see her. I was like, what the? That's her right there, man. They was doing something strange for some change.
You know,
listen, I think, you know, when we look at this, like we had our neighborhoods definitely were communities. We had communities. We loved each other. We were doing community, and then crack was thrown in the hood, and it was over. The community changed immediately.
But you know what? It did what they wanted to do.
Yeah, that was intentional. This is intentional.
Now, if you got a project, now this just like if you see in a lab or something when they test them rats and mouses and all that, you got a big, what do you call them, Lexington Terrace, Murphy Home, big project building. You got over 100 families and these little teeny things. You put dope on it.
It's over.
You put dope or crack in there. What's going to happen? They're going to kill each other. They're going to kill each other off.
Yep, and that's intentional.
And I used to go down the project. I used to see people get thrown off the 13th floor. Man, they was tossed. You couldn't go in there. If you ain't know somebody, you went in there, man, you would get robbed or they would kill you in there. Man, I done seen Free Mountain George, man.
That's why I say, bro, like a lot of this is years and years of activity. And because social media around, like we can do stuff like this now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it can be bigger than this. It can be 20, it can be 10 of us on it. It can be 5 of us. It can be whole discussions around like how this process plays. But we know that whenever you get a wheel, and I think like they made a whole wheel around this city and dropped it in the inside and said people will do anything to skip and scatter, to jump over, to make hustles, to bust each other. But this was going to keep us economically stable with an eye view down on what they should have and what they shouldn't.
Yeah, but I want to introduce Miss Queen to Mr. Braxton. And I mean, because he got some resources.
I'm coming to see him.
The jails down here, I do. The ones up DC, that's where he originally from, DC.
Okay.
Yeah, he a Commando fan. I had to hit him with the Ravens. He
hit the football on the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, we laughed today, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he takes it serious. Yeah.
It's serious though, because what we're talking about has crushed people's lives. People are dead.
And it's still done.
Communities are done because of these drugs. And the thing about what hurts more than anything, it doesn't originate from African people. It's not something that we've cultivated. It was given to us. And unfortunately, it has destroyed us in so many different ways. And now we see the children of these crack addicts. We wonder why these kids are so violent. We wonder why so many things go on, but these are the children of that. 20 years later, from the 80s, now you have 2000s, you have killers, you have kids who ain't scared of nothing.
You ride down Pennsylvania Avenue and North Avenue, they will walk in front of you. You could be doing 40 miles.
They walk right in front of the car. They don't care. They walk right in front of the car. It's amazing.
You gotta figure out, like, because I'm honestly like, and you know, Dory, you know, you like see me moving around talking, you like, oh yeah, Shorty's talking with Shorty, see Shorty. I ain't seen Shorty in a minute. Because it's enough of us that's around doing right, that's actually influenced as a community, you know, and somehow a lot of us, a majority in building controls or in building partnerships. So I think like we need to like really figure out like what part we can help, because we doing certain pieces.
Yeah. So how everybody can come together.
Yeah, because it's like barbershop pieces.
Yeah.
Homies got car lots. Women got boutiques, salons.
You know,
there's a lot going on the ground. It really is.
You know Monica Scott, don't you, Toine?
Yeah.
You know, all of them, we all collaborate together, you know, push each other, you know.
And I love the collaboration, but you see, but Dory, our young people right now, they are doing things at their age that we would never do. I mean, these 12-year-olds stealing cars just for joyrides. I mean, they stealing, they doing adult clothing for nothing.
We gotta find something for them to do.
We gotta find something for them to do. They are not scared of nothing. When you got 13, 14 years, they smashing windows downtown. They know that they have cameras. They don't even care. They don't care about the cameras.
They going on Google. They going on Google and they learning how to, they stealing cars like it ain't nothing.
Like it ain't nothing.
I go to work. It's a street right there in back of the house on Harford Road. You go through there, they bring them stolen cars through there and took all the stuff out of them. They lay it out, man. Them hoppers is crazy.
These young people we have now are different, and we have to find a way to get to them before they get to this violent things that the things they're doing is sticking up, and I mean it is scary out here.
But you know what the key to that is? You know what the key to most of that is? A lot of them people that's that's come through the programs, that's in NA and a fellowship, they got to take that program home with them. Just like me, if I go there and I learn, I got to take it home with my kids. My son, I mean, he just turned 30, but still, I got to show him exactly, basically, I mean, you could be 30 or 40 and still have a kid mentality. Your growth has been stunted.
Yeah.
When you use drugs, the time you started, that's where your maturity level at.
You start right there. Yeah.
You start right there. When you get clean, you started when you was 18. You get clean.
18.
You went to jail, came home, and all that. Your maturity level still at 18.
Yep.
You ain't ready to talk to a woman your age.
Wow.
It ain't gonna work. You don't know how to deal with her. You don't know how to treat her.
Wow. Wow.
She'll bring you in there. She might use you just for a side piece, something to do while she's in there, but she's not gonna respect you because she's gonna know you slow.
You're gonna emotionally react like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, she talk to you. Why? She tell you no. You're gonna let the little boy syndrome kick out. You might end up killing her there.
Little skinny shorty in the closet.
No, you institutionalize. You might kill her that one.
You remember what they say about the little scared kid in the closet at the step to go get? He's so emotional, abused, conflicted, miserable, isolated. All he knows is dark spaces.
Hey, but I done seen some characters coming in, man, but I know this thing worked. If you sit back and let somebody guide you and take instruction, they ain't gonna tell you what to do. They're just gonna give you suggestions, but it's up to you to take the suggestions.
That's all it's about, bro.
Because a lot of people call me, yo, I got a cousin or brother. I said, that ain't gonna work. If they don't want it, if they don't come on their own, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You can't do this for nobody else. If you ain't doing it for you, it's not gonna work. Because your girl put you out the house, you ain't got to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go get clean. Yeah, you gonna get clean, but once you get a little sandwiches under your belt and you think you back and you all right, you go back out there, you gonna hit your head even harder because you still ain't learn how to deal with your feelings and emotions. And most people use off their feelings and emotions, how they feel or what somebody said to them. They don't know how to carry. I mean, head and not head. They're gonna react. That's why most people are in jail. They don't think before they act.
Wow.
Oh, he disrespected me. He said a word. Is you like, excuse my language. They say people call each other bees, right? Oh, yeah. And most people come up when I did, when a person call you that, you're gonna react. People are in jail now. People got killed for that. But the only way they can say what they want right now. As long as you don't put your hands on me, we cool.
Got it.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this: how you know about a bee? Which you want? That's my character.
Yeah.
Only a person that know about that would say something like that. Maybe that's your character. You know.
Your emotional intelligence is important. You have to deal with your emotional intelligence. When you start dealing with that, then you're able to actually move around in community, even in the world. If you don't have any emotional intelligence,
you gotta have some coping skills.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for you. You know, you gotta, and a lot of people don't have it, but you gotta have emotional intelligence.
You gotta have coping skills because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. Even when going to work, some of us grew up and say like you had a job and your boss tell you, "Oh, go do this," and you, you're gonna get fired. How you gonna pay your rent? You gotta be humble. Certain things you don't have to carry that street mentality everywhere. You gotta be able to go different areas and be humble.
Some people don't know how to turn it off, Derry.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Man, I go anywhere, any type of environment. Most of the people I come in contact, we hit it off. You know. And I wasn't always like that. One time, everything had to be my way. It wasn't my way, it wasn't right.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. A lot of people often ask me, right? How do I feel being in these rooms? And oftentimes I'll be like, I know I'm by myself. Because some people know, like, he shouldn't be here. But I got those that are inspired to see, like, how I'm going to really present myself. And they're going to back me. They're going to support me. And one of the great things that I've been learning is that they've been trusting the maturity of me to be able to go to different cities.
But you know what that's wrong?
Different places.
When I seen you at that meeting that time, we first bumped heads back then, you used to come to here, we used to rap and everything. I used to be like, damn, my man. And I see you and then you'll come back through. You was telling me what you was doing and stuff, right? And I was telling people that, no, he ain't going. I'm like, all right. They know you, but they don't know you. See what I'm saying? A lot of them know of you, but they didn't really know you.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, man, that's my main man. Family. Basically, when we came up, the neighborhood raised a family. Even your aunts and them, man. I mean, I used to joke with Mary them, but his mother and them, man, your mother, man, they was all right. Let somebody mess with them. Miss Queen, I mean, If somebody messed with him and I seen it, no, because people came in to hurt people a couple of times. I had to step in, man. We punished them. They left up out of there. They ain't come back.
And it's just so sad. The place where that all went down is not the same. You know, it's really sad that you can't go back to Park Heights and get that feeling again. It's a whole different feeling when you go there.
But I know, like, I'm gonna say this, right? There's some homies that does some things and bring everybody together. And that thing, and I like really say it'd be so good to like really see everybody that's still around, right?
Right.
Yeah.
From we was like JD Gross, the Garage, the Ridgewood, to a 4604 Rim Skate, the Body Factory, when all that got taken from us, then we had to go to hotels and all that other shit. And it got hot with other people in the city. They said we was show offs, we was there, but no, we was just a family network. So
but it wasn't killing nobody then. Everybody dressed up and did their thing, came, had a nice time. I mean,
that's
but then when
like those Park Heights reunions and like little Oscars and what Shorty and them doing, I say like salute, homie, because it's a good thing to bring everybody together. It really is.
It is.
Yeah, because they having an Odell's reunion coming up.
Yeah.
The 7th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reunions I'm sure is very nostalgic. You're able to see people you don't see because you can't go back to the old space because the old space ain't the same.
No, most of them that's still here are doing something. Most of them got their own businesses. They just come together to see old friends and people they grew up with that's still doing something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it'd be nice, man. Even the owners of Odell's, they be down there.
That's
I
nice.
remember I was a kid going
in Odell's. When I got here, Odell's was closed, so I'd never experienced Odell's.
Oh man,
I hear people talk about it the whole time I've been here. I've never been in there. I never experienced it.
Queen, you missed a good one.
That's it.
As a kid going there.
Marshall, big up, shorty.
I'm talking about you went down there, man.
The boot, bro.
Yo, that thing was lit. When they say
everybody
lit,
say that. Everybody talks about Odell's.
Man.
Everybody, yeah.
Everybody be there jeweled out, jewelry, brand new, everything. I couldn't go if I ain't had nothing right. Even in high school, I didn't repeat.
But this is why, though, the street is so important because when we do have something, we got to be so fresh. We got to, and where's this money coming from? So you got all of these people coming to this space. Everybody got to be fresh. Everybody got to be new. Everybody got to be the best. And that's expensive. And so the street life does well with those type of movements.
See, but I grew up, basically, I liked the dress and all that. And I have to catch myself sometimes. I can't go somewhere and I go like, even up there at the Commons, I go up there and might get something to eat. I walk in downtown locker room. Not expecting to spend no money to come out there with bags. I'm like, what the hell? How did this happen? And my whole living room, man, I got boots, shoes, all I'm ready to move. I gotta get something bigger.
He done bought his way out of his house. But that's what happens a lot of times is the street life, it makes it so much more attractive because you gotta be fly, you gotta be fresh. And that's not right. Jobs can't handle that. Jobs don't get that happen. Make that happen sometimes.
You'll go broke. You'll go broke.
I had to get a handle on it because I used to like chasing girls one time. I had to stop it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All that's money, and the street make that all happen.
It changed now. I see him like no. I try to help him now. I don't do that no more.
I think like
I don't get pleasure out of it.
Like one of the things I went through in the beginning was I was mentally acquired. Like I lived a certain way and spent a certain way. And I started saving up to do that. But then I started like other amenities was coming. And I was like, oh, this shit great. Take me back down a painful road that I don't want to go in.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit was reaching to grab me.
Yeah.
Really, it was reaching to grab me.
Yeah, tell me.
And I had to back up. You remember you was like, sure, you good? You good? And I was like, you looking strange.
But this is the thing about things.
So,
but this the thing about this though, Toine. I seen you clean. Yeah, I mean, if you was to get one, I would know it like that, yo.
absolutely.
Because I'm you, basically. I've been there, done that. You
I've been
can't
told.
pull even with the clients. They go out and use, come back in there. If you around me for a certain amount of days and I see you clean and serene, if you put anything in you, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna know it. I'm gonna spot it right off the bat because I done sold it and been around it too long.
You know what they say, dude? We teach people, right, of how we use, and we teach people to watch us how we gonna live and like watch where I'm going at. And when something direct, they like, up, here it go. He taught me that.
And right now, it's a living disease. It ain't in the books enough. You gotta take that stuff home with you and live it. Them steps when you go through it with a sponsor, it ain't for you just to quote it and read it and all. You gotta put that in you.
Yeah.
You know, you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, people come in front of you, you ask. See, my job is when they come in front of me and I do a one-on-one, I ask good questions and I be active listening. So once they tell me everything, I know how to treat them and what they got to do, and I don't do it for them. I send them out there to do it like a mentor. When they come back, if they don't get it right, I'm like, what happened? You think you need to try it again? They be like, oh, I can. And I send them back there. And then when they come back, man, you was right. It worked. Man, I got to send my man. They out McCormick's. Man, they got all kinds of jobs, man. Career jobs.
And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So the solutions, because we 56 minutes in, like solutions for what we see in community now. We see young people who are definitely, they're out of control. They're everywhere. We see a lot of, I mean, northern Pennsylvania, all you see is addicts, unfortunately. Then they got the
That's where you from, Pennsylvania?
No, northern Penn. I see when I go up there, I see all those
that's
addicts.
That's the Walking Dead.
Yeah, the Walking Dead up there. When you see that, and then a meth clinic there. I mean, but drugs is all over the city. You can come to Southwest Baltimore, you see all of these meth addicts. It's scary. So what is solutions in community now that we can get? Because we have we got a chaotic problem in Baltimore. We have a violent problem, we have a drug problem, and we have a youth problem. Those are three big issues in Baltimore City, and we got to find what are solutions for that. How do we pull our young people in? How do we get people from drugs to a better part in their lives? What are some solutions you guys can give us?
Hey, I need Miss Queen, to be honest, I need you to come sit down at our LP and talk with my boss, because I think we can get something together. Because you know he been doing a little harm and people that really is no good. I mean, stuff like that. But I'm saying with you, we can put that somewhere else. As far as
I want us to get a solutions like, you know, we got Hope Baltimore, we got Isaiah's house, we got y'all have friends who have businesses. What we need to come together and try to get some consortium of services, because what's out here is not working. And most of the kids going to jail are our children. We got to find a way to stop that.
You know, we need to do band together. Everybody got a little business, put some money together, get their buy a building or block or something. All this stuff they knocking down, they can make their own recreation. You know what I mean? A lot of them make enough money to do this. Because damn near 90% of Baltimore are addicts.
Well, we know one thing, right? Rest in peace to like Black Dot, right? You know, he ran CC Jackson when everything closed down in Northwest Baltimore. That was the only place that a Pop Warner League still existed.
And swimming pool and everything.
They brought all them other partners up there and tried to move Slim out, you know. And I told him that, like, when people come to take over processes of value, you know what I mean? They know the community is rich. You know what I'm saying? You know, we know that, like, it's measures, though, we know, like, if we all sit down, it's millions of dollars between the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, just floating, right? It's just processes of people, like, Queen, what you said, a solution.
Solutions. We
The
need
thing
solutions.
is, economically and equity, that's what everybody needs. But
you know what the key
everybody
to it,
don't know
though?
how to maintain it.
But you know the key to it, though?
So,
the people, like I deal with every program that's in Baltimore. You know, when I'm full, I send people to other places when we ain't got no bed spaces. And I know all the owners of all the programs. Man, we can get all them together, man. Because a lot of them got kids and grandkids.
But but they can. What
they
I'm
can.
hearing
Key,
is
though, they need somebody to feed them the idea first, though.
Something has to happen. I'm just
That's what I'm
really
saying. But if you
solutions.
was to come down there and we could set up something where as though we can just let somebody get a whiff of it and let them know what we're trying to do, and I guarantee you it'll get done.
I'm gonna tell you this, Queen. I brought Dory on here really, right? Because we have a whole network that works in silos, right?
Right.
Now I just introduced you to a whole nother network that does shit nationally.
Man, we everywhere.
That's working in silos by themselves. So, like, they're coming together, and what's going to happen? Certain ones are already involved. They're in court procedures, drug court, parole. They're in a lot of different places. It's like, how do we get people to really sit down and understand the equity investment and build a team that people can trust and invest in without someone getting in their pride and saying, I belong there.
Yeah.
And one thing about Baltimore, Queen, one thing about this city, it's the nature of it. If you up, somebody gonna try to do something to yank you back.
But one of the things too I see is there is a payoff for crime. See, that's one of the things. It is a payoff for drug addiction. There all of these things we see in community, someone's getting paid off of.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's the issue. And so that is why we see so much that things don't get solved, because solutions, there's no money in solution.
Ain't no equity, and ain't no equity in the economy.
Yeah, there's no money in solutions. And so if we really want solutions for our own community, we
gotta be us.
We got to be the solution, because there's no solution for these bigger entities to solve these problems because they're getting paid.
You don't need the entities, Queen. I'm trying to tell you.
I understand that, but that's
like literally. You don't need literally.
Right now,
need them for nothing.
You got a few people that went back to school and they see exactly what's going on, and they want to, but they don't think nobody else gonna bite. You see what I'm saying? Because really. And they in a fellowship, it's a society within a society. Yeah. You got people that's just clean, but you got people that's doing things. You'd be surprised who's sitting in them rooms at a meeting. Half the people that come through this has been addicted, but they never know you can't break their anonymity to say who they are. You got judges, lawyers, doctors, nurses.
NA is everywhere. NA is all over the world.
It's like ragu spaghetti. It's in there.
It's in there. Exactly. NA is all over the world. I mean, everyone has gotten high. So and it has no gender, has no money requirement. Everybody gets high.
But they got kids, man, and they scared right now. They want to do something. They watching their kids. They come in, the kids disrespecting them.
Yes.
They really don't have no chokehold on them, and they want something to happen.
Something has to happen. That's why I wanted to ask you guys solutions, because no one is going to fix our children. We got to be the ones to fix them.
I honestly say this: we are not going to see it. It'll start the wheel burning, and you have, like you said, what you're doing with your grandkids, what I'm doing with my daughter, my nieces, and all of them, whatever you're doing with your family and other little homies I got out the streets that's working and they raising their kids and their family. The seed has to start being cultivated. But we're not going to see the bloom of it. We may be gone.
But you know what I know about this Toine, though? In this field of work, though, when I'm actually helping somebody, you know who I'm helping the most? Myself. When I'm helping a recovering, suffering addict, even when I do it, it helps me the most. Because most addicts are selfish. They ain't gonna give you shit. Excuse my language.
That's
They're
fine.
not gonna do nothing. All they want to know, me. Yo, what I'm getting. Yo, most of the people you run into, Toine, when you in the hood, what's the first conversation they pop up?
I need you, bro. I need
Well, let
you.
me
I need
hold
help.
something.
Like,
Well, let
bro,
me
I
hold
need
something.
help. Let me hold something.
Hmm.
Boom, boom. And like you said, bro, like, because I don't want people to think that, like, a lot of times, like, I'm reevaluating what I left and what still exists. If I choose to make a bad decision
One bad decision, all it
based
takes.
upon an emotional thing, a split, a feel good for 20 minutes or 5 minutes, my job, my check don't, like, whatever, like, bad thing can happen. I let somebody run it and that shit lock on and bow and keep running.
But guess what? You can love somebody else and lose you in the process.
You already know, I know.
Them guys got my girl, my wife. Hold on. I understand that, but I'm saying though, do she feel the same way about you that you feel about her? Because I got guys coming there with my wife. You sending money home, doing all this. She hanging up on you, sport coat over there, but you still my wife. I mean, come on.
Let me tell you this, right? One of the first things, listen, bro, one of the first things I ask guys after they get out, right? What is the first thing you want to do in the first 24 hours? Because one of those things are going to put you in an emotional crash where you're going to kill yourself slowly.
It's going to dictate the outcome.
It's going to dictate the outcome. On everything that we trying to do, how you going to show up. You here today, you'll be back with her, and then you won't be back.
But so you know what I tell
that, so you're saying that men who have spouses or girlfriends or whatever, their focus is not on their treatment, their focus is on their family. Is that what you're saying?
When they come in there, this what I had to let them know. When you was out there using, did you give a shit about your family? You was just trying to do one more. You didn't go home. You stayed in the street. You didn't care. Now that you clean, like they need you, they made it all this time without you. You would be doing them a disjustice if you go there and you ain't straight, because you end up stealing everything out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
You steal you. You don't know nothing else. All you know, that's what got you in prison. That's what you don't know no life skills. You can't take care of yourself. You like another, for real, you're another kid for real in the house.
Yeah. So a person needs to take time and clean themselves up and get their mind right before they even go home.
When you come in that door at our spot, if you ain't loving you, you gotta be the most important thing on the agenda when you come in that door. Everything else for the first 90 days, I would tell them they let them have phones now. One time, you don't need no phone. Because you're going to stay uptown, you're going to be beefing, you're going to be in a meeting, and I'm saying people be feeding you information. Oh, you thinking about her home, who over there, who that in the background, and you're not getting recovered. You there just to eat, gain some weight, go home and use.
Wow.
Well, I remember being in the Turk house, sneaking a phone in, had somebody bring the phone down the dumpster, cigarettes, like all, like.
But you know what the worst thing though, Toine, when you do all that, you get clean, right? And then they doing all the sneaky stuff. One guy bring that smack in there, and you get high. You done wasted all that time. You done said almost 30, 40 days to start back at ground zero.
Well, you know.
What are you really there for?
So that happens though, doesn't it? That happens.
Yeah, it happens.
You know what I learned, man? And my man used to always say, like, well, you ain't never want to waste, like, good using time. Like, I didn't understand, like, how to go somewhere, gonna tell me I can't get high when I love it. But in the concept of what I've done to the outcomes of affecting my family, but then the self shit I did to myself repetitiously every 5 to 10 minutes. Like, this is stuff I talk about with people that do it. Like, bro, it wasn't no 1 to 2 hours, 3,
every 5 to 10 minutes.
No, that shit was every 5 to 10 minutes. And people who know me will tell you, Either it was up it or I was pulling in. You know,
what's funny though, Toine?
I'm grateful,
You
like
from Park Heights.
I'm grateful.
But you know what's funny though? We from Park Heights, right? And I remember your sister. She was a little girl, and I'm out Cherry Hill, and I run into her. I ain't your sister. Me and you bumped heads again. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
man, this world is small, and this thing will take you places you never been before.
This world is small.
Yeah, that's my buddy though. Man, that's my buddy though.
But my last question I want to ask, like when you're getting high, what takes the taste out of your mouth? Is it just you wanting a different life? Is it for your children? What stops? Because you see folks who are so gone, and then 5 months later or a year later, they've changed their whole life. What's for everyone? Is it for everyone? Is it different? Or what is it that makes people say enough?
Everybody has you get sick and tired of you. What it really takes you to hit that rock bottom, get that ultimate whooping. Mm-hmm. You be out there, your mama ride by and look and see, say, that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? The dogs walk down the street, look at you and shake their head. This, bro. I mean, because if you look around honestly, they're not hustling anymore. They panhandling.
Yeah.
The whole city are panhandlers. Wow. They ain't got no type of skill set right now. If they're not using or selling drugs, they panhandling. Or they're gonna kill somebody.
Honestly,
the belly of the beast is gone. Like what got my attention though, Queen, was I was out there hustling, getting high, running crazy, but the police stopped me one day. They said, "What are you, a walking pharmacist? Get your ass in that paddy wagon." And I had to look at it. They told me get in the paddy wagon because I had all kinds of drugs on me. They was like, "Sir, what are you, a walking pharmacist? Get in that paddy." But when I went to court, they was trying to give me a lot of time. And then 8505 called and told me off me because most of my charges were drug charges. Wow. And they gave me drug court, but they gave me 25 suspended sentence, 3 years probation. And I waited, put it on a scale. I really, at that time, I was really just breaking even. I wasn't really seeing no money because I was getting high, and then I had people I had to do things for, for rent and all that stuff, making sure everybody was good. And I said, man, I'm tired. Mm-hmm. I can't do it no more. And I just took the drug court. And when I went in, I completed it. I had 3 years probation, but I completed it in 1 year, just no dirty urines. Mm-hmm. Went back to school, and then I'm saying, and I was playing with it for a minute. I mean, I still wanted to hustle though. I wanted that instant money because I was going to school and I wanted more because I'm used to buying certain things and doing certain things. Mm-hmm. But then I looked at it, I said, no more shortcuts. Yeah. I stopped taking shortcuts. Because shortcuts get me in trouble because I find a way and I milk it. Yeah. I ride it till the wheels fall off. So I just changed everything. I couldn't change one thing. I changed everything.
Change everything. So, Toine, do you say that too? You got to change everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, you see me, Queen. Like, you see me. I'm telling you, like, I love homies. I'll go see them. But it's just certain things. I'm just not. I value my life now, so I'm just not putting myself around.
Yeah.
And another thing is, like I tell a lot of people, like, there was no fire lit in me. I was burnt. I was running. And at the end, I almost walked off a platform and a dude grabbed me. And my uncle, when I told him about it, he was like, yo, you running around the city sneaking, getting high. And if you die, your homie's going to go to war and dude's going to wind up in prison behind you. But guess what? That's the dumb shit you want to do, though. You know what I'm saying? And it always made me think, if I really love my homeboys, like, should I be endangering them or should I be helping them come along where I'm coming? So that's what I started doing. I was like, when I come out of this shit, I'm going to give my all to it just like I gave to the game and see wherever the hell it take me at. And those who I know I believed in then that was with me, I'm gonna plug them in with me. Homegirls, friends, and whatever. And along the way, I always say the same ones that I like. We went away for decades. And now we home, and like since I've been home for a decade, like our names are ringing. You know.
So you've been home for a decade. How long you been home, Derek?
For me?
Yeah.
I ain't been arrested since 2006.
Okay. So yeah, you it's been a minute for you then.
Yeah.
So you guys are definitely on the path. And so that's what we want to show people. Like, listen, there is a start, but it's not where you finish. And that you can come that full circle.
But you know what's funny, Queen?
What's that?
One time I went to fill out an application. He asked me what was my address. Guess what I told him? What? 954 Forest Street.
What's that?
The jail.
Oh, that's the jail. I don't even know that. See?
I stayed in there so much. They said, "Where you ever work at? You got any experience?" I said, "Yeah, I work in the kitchen in the joint."
That was your experience. Wow.
That was my address. But I'm saying,
but there's a lot of people out here like that, you know. But a lot of times I do this, Derry, because a lot of people like me, we don't have a clue. And I tell Toine all the time is folks who've never lived this lifestyle. What we do is we say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be there," or you should have chose a different lifestyle, or you shouldn't have got yourself in trouble. But I know it's not that easy. But when you've never experienced this, what you think that the person just they don't want to do right. And so that's what you get. You're supposed to be in jail, or you're supposed to do this, but we got to get out of these mindsets. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? That all them experiences and lessons made us who we are.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, folks like us, we think like, shoot, why would you put yourself in that situation? So since you put yourself in that situation, then you go to jail for it then. But we got to look at that. What's happened, the situation that you're in usually comes from somebody throwing crack in your neighborhood and ruining the neighborhood. Or dope is everywhere, or that you don't have access to services. You close all the rec centers. There's a reason why people do what they do. They don't just get up in the morning and say, "I want to sell drugs."
But once you've been there and you see certain things and it's glamorized, baby, some people want to be that.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember one time I enjoyed. I mean, one time I like punishing people when I catch, because people used to come up there and bully people in my neighborhood. I'm like, "Where they at?" And I would go down there and make it right. And I mean, I got used to it. It felt good after a while, but I had what I'm saying after a while that can become an addiction. Anything that makes you feel good can become an addiction.
Absolutely.
You know, gambling, sex, all that. And I was good at it.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Like my whole thing, Dory, I get a rush of combating policy and being able to go in joints and be able to help guys in court from JRA, pre-trial, all that, and then watch them come home, man, and achieve and turn the key and be on their own. I'll be like, salute, bro.
Hey.
That's my high now. That's my when you see how I be, you like a lot of people don't know. You see when that shit happens, you see like, yo, I'm crazy.
And guess what? A lot of them that just got released, I done had them. Most of them that just got out of there, I done had them. But I can't lie to them. Even the guy, the Unger guy, he was there. The one that all them got out of jail on his thing. The Unger
guy, yeah, Unger, yeah.
Yeah, I had him. Unger. I had a few of them. The other guy that used to run with Peanut Kingdom had all them. I had them. But I'm saying though, but it's funny when they come to me and ask, they tell me certain things, and I'm like, "Well, I got you." And they're like, "Yo, you for real?" And I show them another way. It ain't got nothing to do with drugs. You know, I show them how to eat. I said, "I ain't gonna feed you. Yo, can you give me? No, I ain't gonna give you. I'm gonna teach you. If I give you, you ain't gonna learn nothing. You're gonna ask next for it. That's where the panhandling come in."
So a lot of these folks, you're saying they don't have skills.
Yeah, they don't have life skills. Then once I show them, man, I got 3 of them that come home, gone 30 years. Guess what? They're working now. They're working with no struggle, no success now. You know, they a liaison with them now. He got a brand new car, his own place. I mean, once you teach them how to eat, man, they call me on the phone, man, and I mean, they're like, man, I can never thank you. I done met their parents. The parents like, man, he talks about you. Because everything I do, I had to make them laugh. Because I said, man, we've been mad so long. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living. And I like to joke. I joke all the time. My boss, I had been crying. Yo.
Oh, it's a time. It's a time, Dory. Like it's a time when it wasn't no laughing matter, bro. So like
No.
like we get around each other. People see like me, you, Wells, and like the old laughing, joking, and they don't get to see a lot of things. But a lot of times it's like that with certain people because the energy, bro, we just like so joyous to still be here and be in the space where we at.
You know why we laughed though, Toine? The insanity of some of the stuff. Some of us did back then, and we be like, to see him doing what he's doing now, we crack a joke. Boy,
wasn't no laughing matter, bro. Wasn't no laughing matter then.
Yeah, I seen Wells at the meeting yesterday.
That's my man, big on. That's my man,
Yeah.
yo. Old
Fat
time.
boy. He turned to a fat boy.
Yo just got hired to sign out. Yeah.
That's what I call him. That's what I call him, yo. I call him Deacon Willie Earl. Yeah. Yo, we had the derby hat too. I said, go ahead, Deacon. He'll fall laughing.
Well, I love this. This has almost been a reunion of you guys. I'm listening to years and years of being around each other. You guys know the same people. I mean, I'm listening to the community.
It's family. It's definitely family.
I'm listening to it. And
you know what, Queen? We saying whole families. All the males in the family are gone.
Okay.
And guess what? All of us grew up together with one family. The guys in this family killed the guy in that family too. All of them extinct now. They are no longer here. Neither side. The families are done.
Families are done.
And all of them used to run with it. They was buddies, but that drugs just had them killing each other.
Wow. So scary. And the blessing though today that we can sit here, we can talk about solutions. You guys are both working in this community for the formerly impacted citizens, but you also really, really care about their outcome. And that's really because there's a lot of people in this field who are just doing it mechanically. But we got to care about people and change their lifestyle. You know, we got to change how people are living their lives. And so
you know what, Queen, I'm glad you said that because you got a lot of programs in Baltimore right now.
You do.
And a lot of them is not there to help people.
No,
they there for this. And you'll send me some clients. Hell no. Why would I?
Yep.
All they got is the drug den. Yep. They're using it. Man, they know they're using. They're looking at them as a buyer and get money off of them. We don't do that. Money off.
Yeah, so that's what we have to change.
That's another story, bro. We're gonna come back on the second part on that.
I know a lot of them, yo, and I don't send nobody there because I know. I already know. I didn't seen some of them. People ran up in there shooting because they clients and ran out people packages and money.
Wow, I already know, bro.
It's really awful. It's this game is a lot to talk about, and I really want to talk about some solutions. What I see was happening with young people, what I see was happening with old people. I mean, it's a lot of older folks I see getting high, laid out. I mean, I saw older man. It don't make no sense.
They don't have no discrimination on what age,
80-year-old man getting high.
What generation, what language.
Yeah.
What? It don't come with instructions.
Male or species, it don't care. If it can get in you, it will control.
Your next one can be your last one. Yeah. The next one ain't promised to you.
That's the thing that's so scary is that listen, you go around the corner, don't come back. That's the type of drugs we got out here now.
And right now, most of the people in the city now are in a program. So they sneaking. They're not taking nobody with them. They don't want nobody to know they're using. And they go by themselves and they will find them. Where they're off Pennsylvania Avenue, when they went to knock them houses down, you know how many bodies they found there that was decomposed? Oh. Rigor mortis had set in and all that. Because they sneaking, went in there and got high.
Didn't come out.
And expired out. Wasn't nobody that hit them with the Norcan. They died.
I'm fortunate. We're an hour and 25 minutes in, guys. This is one of the long ones, but I love the community I'm hearing from you guys. The the memories. I can hear the memories. I can feel the love. It's a beautiful thing. But more than anything, I love that you both are living your lives to help others. That's what we all are here for. Especially when you've done things in your life you're not proud of. At this point of your life, you're actually sowing into other people. That's what we should be. That's totally where we all should be, is looking at what we could do to make amends.
This wasn't a conversation on the blocks when we was on that. When I was sitting on Wiley by the circle with Dory and them, this wasn't like doing this or anybody doing this was not in our circle.
They had to go.
They was not there. I don't remember nobody. Like,
hey, Toine, what I say? They got to go.
Paul Mall on a basketball court lot early morning before I'm going up Pimlico. Right, yeah, shit was crazy.
Come up. They're like, I got the winners. No, you don't. We take the winners.
So I want you, Dara, I want you to leave
the recreation.
What we do at the end, I want you to leave a jewel, leave something for the folks, leave some inspiration for the people. I'm gonna give you that. Leave Dury's jewel on the community corner, 9/21/23. Hit us with your jewel. Inspire the people. You can think about it.
I inspire. The best way for me to inspire somebody is for me to take the old me out the way. Long as I keep me out, long as I don't let the old me creep in. Because he blocked blessings. He just one of them arrogant. And I mean, if I let him take over, I'm nobody. You know, without y'all, I'm nobody, period. You know, when I look at this Joel, God didn't keep me around for me. He brought me here to help others. It ain't about me no more. That jig is up. It's about helping other people right now. If you ain't helping nobody else, you're not living. Basically. You know, right now you gotta help somebody. I don't care who it is. You see somebody, man, try to bring a smile to some face, man. Let them know there's another way besides that way that they living. Because right now, that's a death trap.
I love it. I totally love it.
That's a death trap. Right now, everything right now is about $1. And you see all the Mexicans coming in and getting everything because the minority is gonna be everybody else. They great. There's pretty more than anybody here. They got all the jobs. They got everything. So if you want to wake up, don't catch up, catch on.
That's it.
Get clean and start taking care of your family and helping somebody besides yourself.
I love that. I
man,
totally love
we
that.
get together, man. We need to get together and put our heads together.
That's true. That's true. Listen, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate you coming to the corner. This is our monthly series.
I'd like to see you. When you free, Miss Queen?
We're gonna talk.
Get all that, Doc.
Let's talk after.
Close this out. We're gonna get all of it.
Yeah, let's finish this and then we can talk afterwards. But totally, we want to we thank you for your presence here. We thank you for this conversation.
Thank y'all too.
This conversation.
Without y'all, there's no me. Without y'all, there's no me. We gotta stick together.
We do, yeah. This conversation has been great because it's been able to encompass community, the memories of who you guys were and who you are today, which is important. And then when we get off here tonight, we're gonna start talking about solutions, and that's where we should be. That's totally where we should be. So I want everyone to wait. Last thing, Dury, we out of here.
You know what the jewel is? I'm the youngest of 5 kids. And all my siblings was older than me. But coming up, you thought I was the oldest. When something went on, I'm the one that came and got, you know. And then by me getting caught up in the disease of addiction, things job changed. But now they call me, anything going on, I'm the first one they call. I mean, the change, the transformation, they got to start somewhere. And a lot of people say things. It ain't what you say, it's what you do. Your actions, your behavior dictates everything.
It does.
You know, you got to be humble around here and surrender and try something different. Give yourself a chance.
Love
Please
it.
give yourself a chance.
I love it. I love it. So listen, guys, this has been Community Corner for September 9, 1919. Black Box Radio turned 4 years old. So we are 4 years old. We're a toddler now. So we just had a birthday. So I want to shout out Black Box Radio, 4 years old. This is our first show in our after being four.
Yo,
This has been a blessing to be on the corner. The corner is our Community Corner is our longest show that we've had on this platform. We've had this Community Corner it's probably 3.5 years old because we started it right after I started. So me and Toine has been together for a very long time. We just turned 4 years old. We're gonna move up. We're gonna do different things next month. I think we're gonna actually be outside on the corner talking to some people. So we're really doing some different things in Community Corner. I want you guys to check us out at blackboxradio.com. That's our website. We also have an email at blackboxradio@gmail.com. But we also all over social media. We drop every Wednesday. This show would have been Wednesday, but I was out of town celebrating Black Box Radio's birthday. So we rescheduled to Thursday. So I want you guys to please like, share, subscribe. If you want to get in touch with us, of course, hit us up at our email, blackboxradio@gmail. Share this, subscribe to us, and please bring solutions to your life and bring solutions to other people's lives. That's what we all are here for. The rent we pay for life is service. So please serve others. Serve others. That's what we're here for. This has been Community Corner. We up and out. Let's get them deuces, brothers.
Deuces.
And you're a jewel, Miss Queen. You're a jewel.
Good night, guys.
It was a pleasure.
Don't go nowhere, brother. Stay right there.
All right.
All right.